Morning guys, so new job today, toilet out, underfloor heating and new laminate, new tiles, quite a few little jobs to do. So toilet's got to come out, this flooring's coming up all the way through, we've got new laminate going in down here. We're going to cut that there. This is going to be tiled with a 1 metre squared electric underfloor heating because it's quite a cold little bathroom, little toilet. So we've got to rework all this pipe work. We've got to lower that soil down, lower those two feed pipes down so we can get them boxed in. It's not too hard because all we've got to do is tee off there, elbow down, low level across the floor. And the same again with the waste. As you can see, there's already a low waste down there. But what they've done is they've come up and then they've teed off later on. So all we're going to do is we're going to just cut this all off. And just going to rework that section of pipe work. For some reason they brought the washing machine way through into here as well. I don't see what they've done that for, but we'll figure it out, rip it all out, and then we will go from there. The first job is getting this bloody toilet out. The screws on there are completely rusted. That one's already snapped, but the other one won't come off and it won't snap, so we don't want to damage the toilet. So I'm going to get my reset saw out up there. We can put a metal blade on and we're going to try get under the pan and cut the screw. That's our first job, get the toilet out, fun and games. Okay, so we've managed to shut the water off by turning the mains off. Must be a combi boiler system. But there's some really weird stuff going on in this house, it really is. I mean, it's just really bizarre. I mean, you just got to look at this boxing. If you can't see that's not square. I don't know what you can see. Because look, that. So they can't even put a stud wall in square, you know. I've measured across from here to here, it's the same distance either side of the door frame, so they've actually put that wall up, they just eyeballed it completely out. So they've had to make the boxing at an angle to try and bring the toilet square to the room. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They've also put two isolators in the ceiling like that don't even work because there's nothing above here, it's just a flat roof, so they don't even work. But without smashing a hole in the ceiling and doing something with them, there's not a lot I can do. So what I'm probably going to do is the pipes come through down there and this is all going to be lowered from in here, so I'm probably going to have to put some sort of isolation lever valve or something in there so they can shut the water off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might not. I might just put isolators under here because all this pipe work's got to go down to skirting level. So we've got to drain down in here yet. So yeah, it's really bizarre what they've done in here. It really is. I mean, that soil pipe is way too far off the wall. If they'd put that back against the wall properly, done it properly, then they could have had a lot more room in here. But again, with that wall being pissed, the toilet would have ended up on the skew. But yeah, it's what it is. We just got to deal with what we've got to deal with. So we've got to get that board off now, and then we can start playing with the pipe work. Now I'm just going to put a hose on there and drain down, or in my case I'm going to wet vac it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wet vac them out, so then we can cut these pipes and crack on. They've definitely had some cowboys in here doing this extension work. But it is what it is, and we've got to get on. Don't forget guys, like, share, follow, and I will see you very soon. Okay, so just turning from one problem to another. This off, but to get that skirting off, pulled the plasterboard with it, and it's foil backed plasterboard. I think this is a single skinned wall, which is why it's so cold out here. I think this was once just a passageway they just added to it. If that's single skinned, I'll be amazed, because what they've done is they've black bitumen the wall, insulated it, and then obviously battened it out and put this on, which to a degree isn't wrong. It's not the best way to do it. You should have put a DPM, damp-proof membrane, on that wall all the way through. The stud work shouldn't be touching the brickwork, because obviously that's bridging the damp. When you put a screw in, you're bridging the damp, and as you can see from that, you got black down there on that timber, which means you got rising damp as well. And this stuff is like really moist. You know, I feel my thumb, see how white our thumb is, that's not dust. So this stuff's all damp. I don't really know what to do, because without really ripping the whole thing down and doing it again, there's not a lot I can do. I mean, we're just here to lower these pipes and rework the soil pipe and that underfloor heating, which will help keep this room a bit warmer, because they have got insulation. So what I might end up doing is just putting a new foil back board in there, cut it low, and then put a batten across that we can then box our pipes in with, so you won't need making good as such. It's not ideal. I am going to advise now that this is going to be an ongoing problem for them. They are going to have a slight damp issue here, but there's not a lot I can do. Like I say, it's massive reworks to do it properly. Is what it is at the end of the day. I'll have a chat with the client and advise them in what I think the next course of action should be. But in the meantime, I've got to go out and get a load of materials, because I need 30mm pipe, 40mm pipe, copper. I'm going to have to move all this pipe, lower it down, get some foil backed plasterboard, patch that wall up. Fuck it. Is what it is. Got to get on. Don't forget guys, like, share, follow, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so I'm just dry fitting the underfloor heating mat. Now this is a 1 metre square, but it comes on a long roll. And I think they're about 400 wide. So obviously you have to modify it to make it work. You can't have the cables overlapping each other either. Gone this way with it so that our cable then goes through. That's going to go into our fuse spur, and our thermostat will come from here somewhere through there and up and in. And then we've gone up there, we've cut it so that this bit comes back down, but obviously we had a length of cable spare, so we had to sort of go like that, sweep it down, come down the middle, and then back up just to continue. And I've taped it all together just to give us a solid mat. So the next job's going to be to prime this floor, let that dry, glue this matting down as best as possible, and then you've got a latex over it. Not forgetting to put your thermostat in, because there'd be like a thermostat that reads the temperature of the floor, which is how you control the floor temperature. You know, it's why it's just a plus and minuses. That's just your feed, that's got to go into the control box. So we'll worry about all the wiring later, but this is now temporarily laid. And it's all taped together, so we can just throw that back in now. We can roll that up and then we just throw that back in afterwards. So stay tuned guys, we're going to cut some plasterboard back boxes in on the outside wall into this stud work so that we can get our electrics through. We're going to put a few spur in, so just stay with us. Cheers guys. Okay, so we've made a few decisions, a little bit of progress with the wastage anyway. Cut that off square, and we're just going to box it in from that point down, so we can now run our copper above that, because we've got to come out from the west where they come out. That isn't glued in yet, that bit, it's just run provisionally. This bit here, the back one, that is glued, because we've done away with the washing machine. And what we've done is, we now run the washing machine waste in there, and we changed the trap under the sink for one that's got a washing machine spigot, as you can see. So that's now connected under the sink. So that washing machine will now come into this position here, and then the fridge will go that side. So we've also primed this floor, but it's taking forever to dry, so we're going to have issues getting the underfloor mat down today. I want to get it done today, but it's umming and ahhing. So we put a few spur there for the underfloor heating. Unfortunately, this is dot and dab brickwork, and I don't want to chase up. So what we're going to do, we've drilled through and we've come through there, and we've cut a hole here, which is just on a stud, and we can drop the cables down there, so our controller is going to be there for the underfloor heating. So we can bring the thermostat cable up, and then the fused power up, and the feed for the mat up to here and out. So that's our plan for that. So the fuse spur is going to be this side, and then control is going to be this side. So we're getting there. It's slow going today. we've got all the flooring up all throughout. We can lose all this pipework now, Ricky, for now. Not doing bad. Ideally, I want to get the underfloor heating mat in and get that latex. Notice we've put a batten of timber across there, which is just screwed into the doorstop, and we put a silicone bead, so when we pour the latex it won't come this side of the flooring. And then that's going to be tiled anyway, and we've got an 8mm laminate going out here. Unfortunately they didn't supply an underlay because they had the flooring already, so we're going to have to reuse the original underlay. Not ideal, but it's not in the budget to replace it, but they're happy with that. So we are getting there. Just stay tuned, guys. See you soon. What do you reckon, guys? This is going to go in here? Now we've got Scotia going around the skirting. Now for the tricky one, we've got to slide one in. Where's that one going to go in? This is the question. Just pause it a second. Right, wish me luck, guys. I'll try my best to clip this in here. Like so. And then good. Okay, so what I've done is I've just cut the lip off, the clip lip, and I'm just going to apply some mitre fast in now, like so. When this goes in, it will go straight in, and then perfectly smooth. And when the glue goes off, Bob's your uncle. And then we've got the nice round our doorway, it's all clean. Scotia bead that bit. Can't do much about that, it's skirting. So bring the Scotia around there with a return, and then it'll be Scotia off there from the skirting that way. So as you can see, it's under the architrave. That's going to be Scotia, and then obviously Scotia around that bit. Okay, so most of the flooring's down except for the back room where his multi-gym is, so that's got to be dismantled tonight. And then we can get that room done, get the Scotia on, and that's the flooring finished basically. Get it through to that point. That needs closing up. So got it all the way down there, all the way in there. It goes underneath all the appliances. We've got our skids there for the washing machine so we can pull it in and out. That is connected to the waste under the sink. So we've got Scotia, we've got expansion gaps everywhere. So we're going to Scotia bead it. We've got our heat mat in place. We've got our thermostat in, which is that black wire. It's in the middle there, so close to the middle of the floor as we're going to get it. All our cables are in there. We've got our feed and our supply wires in. It's coming through there. We've just got to tidy that up. They're just thrown in for now, but we're going to clip them tomorrow. That's the power feed. That's a draw rod. So we can pull that red cable up and the thermostat cable up into there for the controller tomorrow. We are going to bring the latex through to here. But what I'll do, because this is being tiled, as long as the latex stops at that line, then I can just fill that bit with tile adhesive to get the edge of the tiles, because the door is on the outside. So you want your threshold under the door. So that will be tiled in that section. With that pipe, like I say, isn't connected yet, it's just run generally to give us an idea. And then tomorrow we can do all the pipe work. If we can get this latex tonight, we can get all the pipe work done tomorrow, the electrics done tomorrow, finish the flooring tomorrow. We should be out of here Wednesday. That's the plan. Wednesday will be the finished touches. So stay tuned guys, and see how we get on. Okay guys, so one thing you must always do with underfloor heating before you do anything, you've got to do a continuity test. So, hear that bleep? That means there's no break in the wire. But if you've got to do the earth as well, you shouldn't get a bleep on the earth on any of the wires. No. No. So you don't want to bleep on the earth, only on the neutral and live, because they are connected. That's how it heats up. So as long as that's bleeping, you know there's no breaks in there. So before you latex your floor, always do a continuity test on your cable, otherwise you'll come unstuck. Okay, so this is a 2-part ready mix stuff. So this just literally add the fluid, and then just add the bag. Okay, when you're using this stuff, make sure you get one that is compatible to underfloor heating. Some of these will just crack, so make sure when you buy the stuff that it will work with underfloor heating. Like I said, the 2-part stuff's the best stuff. This stuff will do 5 square meters at 2 to 3 mil per bag. We need to get a 10 mil coverage at least, and we're only doing about a square meter, so this one bag should be enough. So fingers crossed. Good spread. Make sure he gets all the bits. Sure. This floor is being tiled afterwards. Get rid of the whole bucket. One thing I didn't bring with me was my bloody roller. It is what it is. I shall get me level on it and just give it a little pat once I spread it out properly. This flooring here is very, very uneven, so with a bit of luck this will make it a lot easier for tiling. We've got a lovely cover there. Put that in the sink so we can wash it off. Just get a level on it to make sure you've got no. Normally you'd use a roller. I just want to pay it down so we're getting it. I'm happy with that, it's pretty flat. I ain't going to get that any better than that without the roller. See what does. Okay, so we've got a nice even cover down there now. It's seeping out a little bit, but not a lot. That won't go no further than that. So we can clean that off. We've got to put tire adhesive there anyway. But that's good, that'll be ready for tiling tomorrow. Well, we won't tile it tomorrow, but it'll be ready to pretty much do. So yeah, definitely getting there. Bring some trunk in tomorrow, get that cable tucked away, do the electrics. So that is pretty much as far as we can go. I'd like to go do some more flooring in this room, but with all these weights and that in here, it just makes it impossible. So he's going to dismantle that tonight, and then we can get that finished tomorrow, get the scotia done tomorrow, probably do the boxing and all the electrics tomorrow, and we just tile up to the boxing, I think, because we can rapid set and do that in a day. So it should be done Wednesday. That's the plan anyway. Don't forget guys, like, share, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and any questions hit me up in the comments. Cheers guys, bye bye.